are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. We are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down. Henry up the middle. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and down carry for Henry. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win, and the defense is caught him.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for the team's first sack of the game.
We'll talk about a little breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Trying to start beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Henry will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. Zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Play action, Willis. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. And now look at this. Big game and a fumble. And the Eagles have recovered.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football. But any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too. But it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely. They did all of that and more. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2. That puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Once more, it's Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
7-7, our score after 1. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Hurts. And that is incomplete here. The Eagles and Texans polar opposites last year in terms of running the football. The Eagles were number 1 in the league. The Texans 32nd, dead last. In fact, the Eagles ran for nearly twice as many yards as the Texans did in 2021. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. A gain of 22.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practice it.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got put. That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. That one covers 29 yards, first down. That's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Now Willis to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. They go play action with Willis out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They begin with Henry. And some room to run now. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just steered the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. It will knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. Remember, he had his hands on it earlier. Had one pick. Could have been a second, but instead it's 4th down. 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. Two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll give Henry another shot. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Derrick Henry with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a quick earlier. They couldn't reel that one in.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go, Reed, go!
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting. The flags came out almost immediately.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. First and 10, Willis to Pierce. They set up the screen. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's 2nd down. How good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line.
Check contact.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Damian Pierce. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And the next-gen stats tell us he took it better than 30 yards after that initial contact. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Carter.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you huddle up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll go with the option, coming right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Inside handoff, Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple more times?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he caught it up, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offensive fortuitous bounce there, the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 40 yards between those last 2 plays. He continues to be effective running the football. A big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Pierce on the counter. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Pierce. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. Touchdown, Texans. Noah Fant from 3 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 119 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And the busy night for Henry continues. And they'll get this just to the 47, a 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the 2.5-yard line. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply will not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
There's so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
It's like mine, that's it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Meanwhile, Willis is throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Toss play. Here's Pierce.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
Gets through, and now an opening. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A little costly there. You wipe out the 1st down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Here's Willis.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 2nd and very short.
Hurts. Pass complete. Goddard. Hurts finding Goddard there. 1st down, Philadelphia. They go play action with Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. A 1st down carry for Henry. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
We can't be totally sure that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right edge in order to kick the field goal.
On 3rd down, Henry. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the mark for 4th down. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, 4th coming. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Philadelphia, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready